This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of Phatts TV, sanctioned by PA Phatts and the non-genetically proven Sun. Any and all words have been authorized during the show. There is nothing off limits. Nobody is restricted from watching and participating in the show. It is a free-for-all. Commencing at the siren, any and all discussions will be legal for an extended period of time. Sports, politics, and any and all controversial topics will be talked about. You have been warned. May God be with us all.
Lane Way came away smoothly, but it's Exhort who's hustled up. Eastern Ocean has plenty of speed. Tullian is in the firing line, and Lane Way will settle in a good spot for 2.5 off the pace. Then Munnings Pilot racing on the outside of Exeter. Farsard is third last. Macedonian Ruler is just outside of him, and another 2 to Tapetusha. Around the first turn, and it's Exhort opening up 2 lengths. Eastern Ocean settles in second. Another 2 back to Tullian, racing on the inside of Lane Way, 4 lengths off the leaders. Then it is Exeter racing on the inside of Munnings Pilot. Another 2 back to Farsard, Macedonian Ruler, and 3 more to Tapetusha. Heading to the half-mile pole, Exhort has been the controlling speed, with Eastern Ocean 2 back in second. Tullian is the gray on the rail in third. They're followed by Lane Way, inching up in fourth, 2.5 lengths off the pace, followed by Exeter inside Munnings Pilot. At the rail, Farsard has about 8 lengths to make up, asked to go down. Macedonian Ruler has also asked for a bit more, 3 wide, 2 in front of Tapetusha. They turn for home, and Eastern Ocean has overhauled Exhort, immediately tackled by Lane Way. Eastern Ocean a 1-length lead. Lane Way chasing with determination. 3 back to Tullian in third. Eastern Ocean or Lane Way. Eastern Ocean tough on the front end. Lane Way 3/4 behind. Eastern Ocean, Lane Way. Eastern Ocean wins it. A 1/2 length to Lane Way. Then Tullian, Exhort, and then a very close photo. Very close on right now, provided you download the TVG app. Here's Frank Miramani with the call, the first from Santa Anita.
Now do we have volume? Hey, there we go.
No, as I did. What happened to your head?
I think I lost 10 pounds today.
10 pounds?
I did 3 things where I think I lost 10 pounds. I got my hair cut.
That's...
And it was weird. Like, it was like all this hair was like falling off of me. I took a nice long walk before the rains came. And I laid some pipe today.
Huh?
I dropped a deuce.
Great. So did I.
I figured you'd want to know that.
Thank you.
So, as you can see, it looks like we got our audio issue fixed.
Yeah, it might have been the simplest fix ever.
Well, you know what? Here's the part that confused me. For those of you that were tuning in on Tuesday, you saw that we had to have these headsets on because I couldn't get the podcast mic to work. It wasn't working too well. So it confused me because, we have a certain port that we plug the podcast mic in on, and I wasn't getting any volume. So I thought, maybe it was broke. So I have a second podcast mic, We plugged that one in. Didn't get any volume. So we took out the headsets, and the headsets worked fine. And your headset was plugged in the same place where the podcast mics usually get plugged in at. So it's like, what the hell? So after the show, we goofed around a little bit, and we figured out what was wrong. Somehow, some way. So we found out that no matter, like, the volume isn't determined on the port that you have plugged in. The volume is determined upon the microphone you have plugged in. So somehow the volume in the computer on the podcast mics got turned down to 0. Somehow. Now, I certainly didn't do that. I wouldn't even have known how to do that.
It was taking in barely any decibels of sound, so all we did was basically boost it back to where it was.
Yeah.
So we boosted it back up to 100%. So
actually,
now
it's sitting on like 88 right now.
80?
88.
So we just boosted it up, so now it's still taking in the same volume, but then it's like magnifying.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like how it got changed to 0.
It was settings, sound, advanced, or whatever.
Well, who would have known that, like, a podcast mic and then the headset mic would produce different sound volume based upon... Because, again, it was plugged into the same port, so you wouldn't... In my
a lot of times
mind
it's based
for this
upon... not that.
Apparently.
It's based upon... Like, it'll get plugged in and it'll recognize it as basically a number. And it's a different number, so it programs them different.
Well, I learned something new. So, as you can see, Laneway finished second today. Second. So
what did WWG1 WGA mean?
We'll get to that. Who is that?
Jessica Davis.
Hi, Jessica Davis. We'll talk about what that means. Thank you for joining us, by the way. So Laneway finished second today. He's in my stable of horses.
Outback.
Obviously, he took a liking to the turf. His other 4 races, which were on the dirt, he finished third all 4 times. He faded more at the end, but this time he seemed to gain a little bit on the turf. So I think he'll probably remain on the turf. And he looked really good today. A lot better than he has in any other races. He's definitely growing into his body.
He didn't fade.
He did not fade.
That was the big one.
He did not fade, which he's been doing. So we'll talk a little bit more of horse racing in a little bit because we'll go over the Belmont tomorrow. Woo! They're doing the Triple Crown in reverse order this year. Usually the Belmont is last, and it's usually 1.5 miles. This year it's first, and it's 1.1 miles. Weird.
I feel like it makes it a lot easier for someone to win the Triple Crown.
Yes.
Because now they don't have to take the longest race last.
Yes. And the next race isn't until like September.
Get a big break.
So they're going to have a lot of chances.
Them.
But if depending upon points and stuff. So anyway, let's answer Jessica's question.
Okay.
WWG1 WGA stands for Where We Go One, We Go All. That means we are one big, happy family striving to tell the truth in everything that we do. Where we go one, we go all. If somebody hurts one, they hurt all. If one rejoices, all rejoices. One big, happy family. You will see that anagram a lot with the letter Q. For those of you that know Q, you'll see that a lot. WWG1, WGA. By the way, the guy behind me is a big Q guy. Or the guy on the flag behind me.
Let's say he's behind us?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's having a big rally tomorrow.
Good for him.
Yeah, out in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
God, I hope they pack the place.
Supposedly there was 1 million requests, or more now, for tickets. Obviously they can't take 1 million people.
They could try.
That would be a lot of people to fit in an indoor stadium that seats around like 17,000. But that thing's going to be rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling.
It's going to be loud.
Why did my thing just flip?
I don't know. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
You did something.
No, the thing's here. I don't know. Maybe you did something when you put your foot up.
What, because I'm stretching my calf out?
Yeah. So, yeah, he's going to be doing a rally tomorrow. I believe it starts at 8, I think, Eastern. I will be watching. Will you be watching?
Maybe.
You better watch, because it's going to be a raucous. It's about time he gets out on the campaign trail. By the way, his opponent, Joby.
Is that official now?
Well, no. But he's got the required number of delegates to get the nomination. So he's coming out of his basement every so often, and he's speaking to crowds of, I don't know, 8, 10, 12, maybe up to 18 and a half, maybe. But yet, he's winning in the polls by like 14 points.
14 points?
14 points. How is that? How is that interesting?
14?
Interesting.
That's more than they said Clinton was up.
Yeah, remember Clinton, like a month before when she was up 12, 13, or 14, Bob Beckel, it's over! And then you called it. Remember what you called it?
The silent
The
majority.
silent majority came there. He's the kid that said Trump's winning.
Because people weren't going to say they were for him because that would make him seem as a bad person.
Yes.
But so they voted for him and
Yes.
spoke
Yes.
silently.
We did that little role play on Tuesday's show.
Ah!
You're a racist.
Apparently.
You're a racist because you're a Trump supporter. So, by the way, of course, a couple lawyers are trying to shut down this rally because of fears of COVID. The Oklahoma Supreme Court said no, threw that out today. So the rally is
If you want to do anything,
go.
just take their temperature or something when they go in.
They are taking temperatures.
There
I
you
believe.
go.
I'm really hoping that Antifa shows up tomorrow. I'm really hoping for that.
Mike?
Because you know what's going to happen if Antifa shows up.
What?
Yeah, Antifa's going to run away. They only like confrontation when like they could swarm with like 15 people at once. You know, or when they confront cops because they know cops aren't going to do anything because they got to, stand there. But as soon as people could fight back, they run back to their little basement in mommy's house.
Hey, there's probably going to be a bunch of hecklers. It'll be funny.
It'll be, well, they're not going to get in. I'm talking about outside.
I like the people that get in and try to cause a ruckus.
There might be
And then he just
a
looks at him
heckler or
and
two out
goes,
there. Get him out of there.
Get-
Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Bikers through Trump will handle it.
Of course they will. Of course.
Christine changed her profile picture.
Christine changed her. By the way, Christine is the first request for a guest on our show. She messaged me and she says, I downloaded Skype. So once again, if you're new to our show, if you ever want to come on, just have to have Skype and we could dial you in and you could be a guest on our show. Wouldn't that be interesting? Especially if you disagree with us. I would love that. I'll give you all the time you want, and then I'm going to laugh at you.
This is my show. How it runs.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see here. So, as I peruse down Twitter...
Joe Biden is continuously following the safety guidelines given by the CDC, yet your president fails to do this.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. He's only following those guidelines because he knows if he gets out and starts talking to people, he's going to be laughed at because, it's like, yeah, Social Security, how old you got to be to collect? I forget how old you, what, is 42 to get Social Security, something like that. That would be what Biden would be like. So, the Democrat Party is actually doing a smart thing, keeping him in a basement. That's actually the best way for him to win, is to not get out there and speak to people. That is honestly a really good plan for them. But be that as it may. So, perusing down Twitter, which if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. I think it's JDA72, right? Something like that. JDA1972, whatever. You'll see the Phatts logo. And if you don't follow me on Facebook, find me on Facebook as well. So he's put up a couple videos now, slamming the press as always. And one of them got taken down because, it was, I'm sure you've seen it before. It was a racial harmony picture of these little toddlers, probably less than 2 years old. One was white, the other's black, and they come up and they hug each other. Great. It's an awesome video. Whatever family member took that video, it's an awesome video. And then like the one kid shows the other kid the toy, and then the one kid like starts running away and the other kid tries to catch up to him. It's an awesome, very loving video. So Trump
Father-son haircuts.
Father-son haircut, yes. yes. By the way, I did ask today, like, why they're not, like, putting it on Facebook that they're open. And he said, well, because we're still in yellow. So they're really not supposed to be open yet in yellow. We'll get to that. We'll get to yellow and green. I got that in the notes.
I just thought of
green.
something.
Write it down.
I want to
take the tablet right now. So anyway, what the press is only going to show in that video is the white kid chasing the black kid at the end and calling it, Okay.
Do you know what that is?
No. Okay. But you could explain that. That'll be your segment of the
I don't know how else to explain it other than it kind of goes with what's going on right now.
Okay. All right. So, the whole video is heartwarming, and the part that Trump puts up saying how the press manipulates things is they're only showing the part where the white kid is chasing the black kid down the street, not the part where they hug. And they're saying the white kid is racist. That's the joke of the campaign thing. And Twitter actually put up one of those things that says, this video is manipulative. Twitter actually put that this video is manipulative. That's the point that Trump was trying to get across. That this video is manipulative. And then the person who took the video asked all social media to take it down, so it was taken down today. He had another one up where there was an Uber driver drove home a girl in the wintertime, and he dropped her off, and she went back in the house, and he got stuck on the ice in the driveway, and a guy next door came out to help the guy and push the car out, and the girl popped back outside as the car is driving away, and you just hear the guy going, "Okay, go, get out of here," saying, "Good, you're good to go." And she puts up on YouTube, my racist white neighbor or something like that. Again, that's all that the press would ever show you, but in actuality, he was actually helping the guy the entire time. That's how the media likes to manipulate things. It's a great campaign. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a great campaign idea that he's doing. Will it work? Who knows? I like it though. I like it. Hello. Who said hello? Hey, my sister's here. I want to talk to you tonight, sister dear, so after the show, call me. So anyway, our lovely governor. Yes. Comrade Wolf. There was 5 articles of impeachment submitted this week. Now, honestly, I don't think the guy should be impeached. I honestly don't. I don't think he broke any laws. I don't like what he did, the way he's handling certain things. I mean, I supported him shutting down the state, taking the state all right. It needed to be shut down, and I think everybody who watches this show would have agreed that it needed to be shut down. But the fact that he let some businesses open while other businesses couldn't, like he let the bigger businesses open and made the small businesses stay closed, hurts the small business, but it's not breaking any laws. It's not. So, they came up with these 5 reasons to try to impeach him. The only one that I could see potentially going anywhere was Article 4 with about the nursing homes, sending COVID-positive patients back to nursing homes. That one might get some traction, but I don't think anything he did was against the law. So I don't like, impeachments. When the Republicans tried to impeach Clinton back in 96, whatever it was, I didn't like it. Obviously, I didn't like what the Democrats tried to do with Trump. I mean, nobody's breaking any laws, high crimes and misdemeanors. So, I don't know. Impeachment is going a little too far, in my opinion here. And besides, with him in office, Republicans are a shoo-in to win in the next election, you could run for governor. And if you won the Republican primary, you would win the next election. I don't care who they put up. I don't care who in the world, any other political party decides to put up, you would win. Your mother would win.
Okay.
She would.
That's saying something.
So anyway, come next Friday, for those of us who are still in the yellow, come next Friday, we will be in the green. Except one county.
Lebanon County!
Lebanon County, which is just a short walk up the road from here.
Pretty much.
Or that way, is going to stay in the yellow. And this is a little vindictive. This kind of reminds me, taking back to what Chris Christie did when, he wanted the support of some mayors and they wouldn't give him support, so he decided to have construction in their area of the Jersey Turnpike or the Atlantic City Expressway or whatever. I guess it was the Jersey Turnpike or the Garden State Parkway. It was probably the Jersey Turnpike. Everybody slammed him, and rightfully so. He should have never done that. So this kind of seems a little vindictive because about a month or so ago, the county commissioners in Lebanon County voted 2-1 to say, screw you, Wolf, we're going to open up our county. There's nothing you can do about it. So cases have upticked a little bit. Now, we don't know, are cases upticking because there's more testing going on, or are actually more people getting sick?
They upticked from 100 to 300.
I don't even think it was that high.
They went up to up 200 and whatever.
Yeah.
It barely went up.
Yes. So Wolf's keeping that one county.
Because Philly doesn't have any more than Lebanon County.
No. Of course not. No. So
he's getting back.
Comrade Wolf is getting back at Lebanon County, and we got a lot of friends in Lebanon County.
I play disc golf league in Lebanon County.
You do play disc golf.
Not that we really we just play. We don't.
Yes.
I don't know what rules are behind playing disc golf or whatever yellow even really means, but we don't wear masks. Let's say that.
Yeah. You don't. You do not. So, Susan Rice.
Who's that?
She was in the Obama administration.
Probably corrupt.
She summoned her inner Ronald Reagan today.
Okay.
For those of you that do follow me on Facebook, I wrote something a few weeks ago where Reagan called communism it belongs on the trash heap of history, if you remember that. He gave a speech to, I believe it was the British Parliament, where he said that back in the early 80s. Communism belongs on the ash heap of history. So now Susan Rice is out, and she's saying Trump supporters belong on the trash heap of history. So we belong in the garbage.
Lackawanna County cases were mostly nursing homes because of him, so she kept us close. So we kept us close.
I think just about every place had mostly nursing home cases.
That's probably where at least 70% came from Berks.
Yeah. Again, if he's going to be impeached on anything, that's Article 4, which was the nursing home thing.
22 homes here, all full of COVID.
Are you telling me your house is full of COVID? I'm not coming to your house if your house is full of COVID.
There's 22 homes in Lackawanna County. I can't say I'm surprised.
Now, if she has pierogies, I might. And Schiff's chicken. Then I might take the chance.
You got a medical mask.
Right. Yeah, I do have some medical masks. It's a good thing the company I work for sells them.
I have one. It's kind of just sat in my car.
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Yeah, I have one. Yes. It's kind of sat in my car since I got it.
So anyway, Susan Rice gave her, Ronald Reagan, ash heap, trash heap. She summoned her inner Hillary, calling Trump supporters a bunch of deplorables. So we're deplorables. We belong in the garbage. You don't smell like you're in the garbage.
Smell like axe.
You smell like axe. Oh, better than smelling like ass.
Is if the ass smells like poop, yeah.
Yeah.
What if it smells like rainbows and sunflowers?
Yes.
Then it's not, I guess, the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. So speaking of Lebanon County.
Okay.
You go to a grocery store in Lebanon County.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I do.
And you went to that grocery store this week.
I did.
It's called BB's, by the way.
It's a nice little Mennonite store.
It's more of a Mennonite, Amish kind of.
You might find stuff that expired in 2018 in there.
Or sooner.
It wouldn't surprise me. Hey, but I get cans of Arnold Palmer. Don't touch. Never mind.
For 15 cents.
15 cents a can.
Yes.
Probably not a good thing because I've been drinking a lot of iced tea.
You do have some of the diet ones, though. Is
This
that
one
a
is
diet one?
This one is a
you
diet
know,
one. So there's no sugar. There's just whatever preservative is in it.
You're just going to die of cancer. And with kidney stones.
Apparently. You just bought me 2 gallons of diet iced tea.
I did.
That's probably going to get drank
No,
in a week.
I didn't buy you 2 gallons of diet iced tea. I did not. I bought you 2 gallons of diet half and half.
Oh, half lemonade. Fine. Diet Arnold
Get it right.
How's that?
Get it right. Get it right. So anyway, so you went down there to last week, and what did you tell me you saw down there?
Today?
Yeah,
A chunk.
A chunk. A chunk. Now, this is...
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, we're mean. We are mean. You know, there's no doubt in my mind I will be spending at least some time in purgatory when I die, if not going straight to hell. But I will definitely spend some time in purgatory. We again, I'm fat. I would be a chunk. So we got to thinking, since it's a Mennonite / Amish store, do you ever see black Amish people?
No.
I've never seen one. I'm sure they exist. They have to exist. Maybe not in Pennsylvania, but you gotta think they would exist.
Well, Amish people don't exist outside of Pennsylvania.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
There's a huge Amish community in Ohio, dumbass.
Ohio?
In fact, it's probably bigger than the Amish community in Pennsylvania.
But the Amish community in Pennsylvania is true Amish.
Well, maybe they are too.
You're tripping over words?
They
over
speak
there?
Ohio Dutch out there.
Ohio.
Ohio Dutch. Not Pennsylvania Dutch. They speak Ohio Dutch.
She's wanting to say something. I said you're dumb.
They speak Ohio Dutch.
And why don't you say something in Pennsylvania Dutch?
Kannst du make a funga boova?
Kannst du make a funga?
Kannst du make a funga boova? What now, boova? My father used to say that to me when I would get in
Kannst du make a
trouble.
funga boova?
My father would say, "What now, boova?"
What does that one mean?
Watch it, boy.
What now, boova?
What now?
What now, boova?
What now? What now, boova? Yeah.
Yeah, it means can you kill a fly or whatever.
Well, no, that kannst du make a funga boova. It kind of means, oh, you think you're cool, huh? You think you could kill a fly, huh? That's its literal meaning. Yes, we're all over the place tonight. Back, speaking of Ohio.
What a state.
Oh, hi! Oh.
They have Ohio State they could
Yeah,
rot.
kiss off. I said kiss off.
Oh, I've heard
But piss off is better.
I heard piss off.
Yeah, we are not an Ohio State household here. We are!
Penn State.
By the way, speaking of, before I get back to Ohio, I had to school the Penn State student last night.
Where we are came from.
I had to school the Penn State student. Now, I did not go to Penn State. If my parents stayed married, I probably would have ended up at Penn State. But because my father got divorced and moved down to this area, I came and lived with my dad when I went to college, and I went to a local...
Like, I knew what it had to do with, but
Yes.
I didn't remember, like, exactly where
Yes.
it came from.
But anyway, so we got to talking last night. He comes downstairs and he tells me, "Did you hear that they're getting rid of the gator chop at the University of Florida? They're banning the gator chop because it's racist."
Yeah, that's racist.
Because
apparently it's something with slavery and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they used to use, like, black kids to capture alligators or something like
Yeah,
that. Whatever.
it was...
Okay, whatever. That's if that's true, that's god-awful. That's just
True.
god-awful.
Ole Miss is doing something, too.
Well, yeah, they have to change their flag because their flag has an extra star on it for symbolism of slavery.
That's probably not true.
No,
But
actually, it is true.
Oh, it is true.
But anyway.
But why is it a problem now and not in the last 50,
that's true.
60, 70, 80 years?
Why is it only a problem now? Exactly. But anyway, so I said to him, wouldn't it be something if somebody said that the "We Are" chant was racist? And he's like, yeah, somebody probably will. And I just shook my head. I said, you do know where that chant came from, right?
Not exactly.
He's like, huh? Huh? Who knows where the chant "We Are" came from? You do now, because I had to stool ya.
I kind of knew where it came from, but it was more of a somebody will somehow get offended by this, even though you should never get offended by this. But apparently people get offended by a syrup bottle, so I mean... What's next? Rice?
They didn't... Yeah, Uncle Ben's is gone.
Is it really?
Yes,
Did they
it's
already
going away.
stop with
It's
that?
going away. By the way, the syrup bottle disappeared as I posted on Facebook last night because she had information that will put Hillary in jail. That's why the Aunt Jemima bottle
laughed at
is
that.
going away.
I showed that to Kiana and she goes, huh? I'm like, anyone that's ever had something on the Clintons, like,
Yeah.
mysteriously just disappeared.
Yes. What did Jessica say that I had to just unhide?
Corrupt Trump supporters do deserve to be in the trash heap.
Well, that's fine. You, Jessica. See, the one thing again that I love about my channel is you are allowed to have any opinion that you want to have. You are more than welcome to have whatever opinion you want. So, what does Christine have to say?
What an education I'm getting with all this racist symbolism I never knew.
See that? Who knows where "We Are" came from? Yes, I know you know now. Does anybody out there? Anybody? Bueller?
Bueller?
Bueller? Anybody? Okay, so
Okay. Didn't give anyone a
I
chance to
waited
respond.
long enough. I waited long enough. So, back a long time ago.
Right before the Civil War.
No, not that long ago. Penn State's football team had a black player on it.
Okay.
I believe it was the first black player that Penn State ever had. And some of the schools refused to play Penn State. Because
Any schools in particular?
I'm sure I could look it up, but I don't recall which schools it was. Scranton State School for the Deaf, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. That's my go-to school. But that's always my go-to school. But anyway, so, Penn State said, basically said, that's fine, we won't play you because we are one big community. So that's where "We Are" came from. So if anybody ever tries to say that the "We Are" chant is racist,
it won't surprise me if it comes up at some point.
they would have to be a moron that doesn't know anything. You go there and you don't know what it means.
I knew it meant unity, and I obviously knew it had to do with race. I just didn't know where it came from.
Where it came from?
Yeah, like exactly.
What are you juggling here?
Boobs, I don't know.
These?
Lenny Moore, he was from Reading High in the 50s, a great football player.
He was. Very good. That's been about the time that Christine probably would have been in school.
Where'd she go to school?
Probably Reading High. Maybe she dated Lenny Moore.
Maybe.
Interesting. Well, maybe that's the story she'll tell when she's on the show. Maybe. So, anyway, back to Ohio for a second and Comrade Wolf.
Okay.
So there's this barbecue joint.
Okay.
Not too far over the border in Dew. Oh, hi. Oh. OH. No, you suck. So, that's what they say. OH. That's their Ohio. That's their chant. OH.
Never heard of that before, but okay.
I know. I'm not sure if it's the Ohio State chant, but that's the Ohio chant. OH. Like, oh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. But anyway.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, oh, oh. But anyway, so there's this barbecue joint, like right across the border, that last week made Governor Wolf their employee of the week. Because their business is booming because restaurants in Pennsylvania out there where they were couldn't open. So their business was booming.
Yeah?
So they made him the employee of the week.
That's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
He probably took offense to that.
I probably did, knowing him. Good for you guys up there. I gave you a free plug. Ship me some.
You didn't give a name. You just said a barbecue
That's
place.
because I don't know the name of it.
I gave you a plug. Yeah, the barbecue place. Wait, what bar? Cool.
Send me some brisket. I tried to buy brisket today at
So we can
Giant.
talk about how you tried to buy brisket today.
I thought you could buy it by the pound because it said in their flyer $2.99 a pound. No.
Guy comes out with a whole brisket. Why don't you want the whole brisket? Come on! We can make a really good meal for like the next week.
More than that. Trust me, these things were huge.
Would have had to be, what, 20, 30 pounds?
And more. There was the small ones were about 20
And you
pounds.
go, when he comes, like, how much do you want? You're like, oh, I gotta call my wife. Right?
Yeah, my non-existent wife.
What?
That was,
why?
that was my good way of saying I'm leaving now before I look stupid.
Yeah, you were gonna be like, I only wanted like 2 pounds.
Yeah. Speaking of looking stupid, we do that very well around here. But speaking of looking stupid, so a guy wrote a book.
A guy wrote a way to be
guy
specific.
wrote a book.
Way to be specific.
A guy wrote a book. A neocon wrote a book. A neocon named John Bolton wrote a book. Now, I've never been a John Bolton fan. Of course, people could say, oh, yeah, well, now that he wrote a book against Trump, blah, 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 now you come out. No, I've never been a John Bolton fan. Let's put it this way. I'm a Michael Bolton fan, by the way, but not a John Bolton fan. He's a singer.
Were they born in the same generation?
No. Well, maybe. But anyway, John Bolton, if you have a country, John Bolton has an invasion plan for your country. If you look up the definition of neoconservative in the dictionary, right there will be a picture of John Bolton. Why in the world Trump, who wants to stop endless wars and wants to pull troops out of places, would ever bring him in as his national security advisor makes absolutely no sense. It didn't make sense to me when he did it. He's gone now. He was Bush's...
Breakwall barbecue.
Thank you. I figured you would look it up. How did I know you would look it up? So anyway, when he was Bush's ambassador to the United Nations, he came in and he was bashing Bush about how soft he was getting in his second term. You know, John Bolton wants to invade. He's so into invasion and nation building. He's like Mr. Nation Building. And no, let them run themselves. We don't need to get involved. We don't need to be the policeman of the world. I hate neoconservatism. Can't stand it. Not as much as I hate progressivism, but it's very close. Very close. By the way, one thing I didn't know about neoconservatism as I was looking it up last night, it actually came from liberals who were against the Vietnam War protests. So it's actually liberals that started neoconservatism. That I did not know. I learned something new. I don't learn too much, but I learned something new last night. But yes, if you were to look up neoconservatism, you will see John Bolton's picture. He is an asshole. If he ran for president, I would not vote for him. I wouldn't vote for the Democrat. I would vote probably for the Libertarian or the Constitutional Party, which I voted for the Libertarian in 2012.
Or PA Fats.
Or I write in my name, PA Fats. Actually, that's probably what I would do. But I did vote for the Libertarian in 2012. I voted for the Constitutional Party in 2016. I did. Because I didn't like McCain. I didn't like Romney. Again, neoconservatives. At least McCain was. Romney was just an idiot.
I voted in 2016. In our school election.
Yes, you did. I was going to say, what?
Where Trump actually won. Surprisingly enough.
That was a surprise.
He got like 60% of the
Well,
vote.
because we live in a kind of conservative...
Yeah, we kind of live
in a farming kind of...
We live in the... Us and Ole are like brothers.
We're brothers.
We're very similar areas.
Yes. We are brothers. Brothers in Ole. Holy smokies. Ole. Why did I write down the word Hollywood? I have the word Hollywood written down here. And I have it next to Belmont. So
Mitt still is
Hollywood.
an idiot.
What?
Mitt still is an idiot.
Yep. What's Daryl saying that I got to hit?
That's what
show?
I said. Apparently it blocks idiot.
Idiot. Weird.
Apparently that's a curse word now.
Weird. Jessica's gone quiet. I hope you're still there, Jessica. I like new people. Tell all your friends to come join the show sometime. I know why I wrote Hollywood, because I'm not thinking of Hollywood, California. I'm thinking of Hollywood Casino. That's what I'm thinking of. Racing is back at Hollywood.
You hit a race today.
I hit 2. 2 out of the first 4. And then the last one that was playing while the video of my horse was running, I had all 5 in the 5-horse one.
Because the 5-horse loves to get second
Second
or third.
Or third. 10 out of 11 times.
And wins.
And then he won. He picked tonight to win when I happened to finish second. Yes. But Hollywood's back open, and I got a card in the mail
I'm
today.
still here, don't worry.
Good. I love you, Jessica. Love you. Love new people. Is this your first time watching? I hope it is. So anyway, Hollywood sent me this postcard. Like, they're giving $170 a week for 6 weeks of free play money. That's like, wow.
There you go.
Wow. They want, like, to get people in there. They want my money.
Yeah, pretty much. Hoping you'll spend another $170 of your own money.
They want my money.
Because they're probably running a little dry.
They are running a little dry.
They probably don't have an online casino.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've gotten some of my money there. Not much. Not much. Not much.
Yeah, whatever the casino you've been playing.
I play Mount Airy, typically.
I thought you were going to
Mount
say
Airy.
Facebook casino.
No, I don't have Facebook casino. Facebook casino.
I'm sorry, that's a thing.
Facebook casino. No, Facebook does have a casino.
But
I play my... Yeah, okay.
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 Well, yeah, you spend half your life on Facebook.
No, I do not. I spend more of my time on Twitter than I do on Facebook. But anyway, so yeah, Hollywood is back open. Didn't see anybody along in the paddock area, looking at the horses. Just the employees were there as I was watching it on camera. But,
Yeah, as you were there like 5 minutes before the show.
I told you, when the race was on, I was watching.
You were
this race.
flying back in your private jet.
No. I flew back in my dragon.
Your dragon?
In my dragon, as I took
Where's
over
your dragon
Chaz.
parked?
In the back of the horses.
By the horses?
By the horses. They're
Were they just looking at each other like...
Yeah. So, yeah. So. Yes. Yes. Flew back for... By the way...
Or do they do the...
Yeah. Well, no, it's... So. On my Facebook page last night, I did post this funny thing about this guy, like, doing a parody of Going to Live in Chaz or Chop, whatever it's called now. And it's like, this is why you need to come live here. And it's really funny. It's like 2 minutes long. It's hilarious.
I gotta watch it.
Good. You haven't watched that yet?
No.
What are you doing? You're slacking.
I don't go on I don't live on Facebook.
You should get every notification when I post something.
I don't want
and for the sake of this damn show, you should be watching it.
You should have said you were gonna mention it, and I would have pulled it up.
For the sake of this show, you check your emails 14 times a day. You should be checking my Facebook page 14 times a day.
I check my email 3 times a day.
Well, you don't have to now.
No, I actually still do though.
Oh, okay.
I still check that Penn State email like we're told to.
We are Penn State. Whippy.
Oh.
Hi-oh.
And we could talk about how my disc golfing went. Missed 5 putts within 20 feet short.
They shouldn't call it a putt. That's a putt. That's not a putt.
What is this?
That should be a toss.
It's you grip it like this and you go.
Now tossing for par.
Hey, if you're close enough, you could just put it in the basket. You don't have to throw.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like when you're getting ready to toss, do you do that?
No. No. I've never.
You're not that good yet, huh?
You don't need to do that. You could feel the wind.
Yeah, but you can only feel the wind where you are.
But the wind...
Does the frisbee go higher than you, or does it stay level to you?
It depends. What am I throwing?
Well, when you're...
On a drive?
Driving.
On a drive? It is called a drive. It'll go higher than me.
Okay, well then how do you know what the wind current is above you? You got
Look at the trees.
Oh, that's right. You play in forests.
Pretty much.
You don't play in open areas.
Jackson's pretty open, but there's
Jackson.
trees all around, so you can easily see where the wind is.
There's trees all around.
I can't wait till you go disc golfing and
I am going to go.
Get like a 6 on every hole.
I'm going to kick your ass like I do in every sport.
Name one.
Sport?
Yeah.
Wrestling.
That's not fair. We need a level playing ground.
Boxing.
That's also not a level playing ground.
Weightlifting. Shall I continue?
Real sports.
They are real sports.
Chess.
I beat you at chess. Even though you learned how to play it in kindergarten.
That's right.
I beat you at chess.
All right, golf. Regular golf.
There was a time I would have kicked your ass because you weren't born yet when I was born.
Bowling.
There was a time I would have kicked your ass at that before you were born.
Yeah,
Well, even
why don't you get back into it now? In a year, we'll have the match.
The match?
Yeah.
Because I didn't embarrass
$10 on the line.
$10. How about this? All right. I'll take up bowling again, and in 1 year we'll have the match. If you win, I pay off all of your college.
Okay.
If I win, you pay off all of my retirement. Because trust me, I will retire in a year.
You could totally beat me at running in a mile. Alright, well, right now, still no. But back when I was in high school, hell no.
No.
I ran a mile 5:29. I was a mile runner.
That's when you were in like 8th grade.
10th grade.
You ran the mile until you did run the mile.
I ran the mile until 10th grade, then I got rid of it, ran the 800, then got rid of that senior year, and just did pole vault and javelin.
I might be able to walk a mile faster than he could walk a mile, but I certainly can't
I
run
can
a mile.
speed walk. What are you? Get out of here. I could walk up the hill without dying.
Your point?
You want a point? There's
You
your
want
point.
a point? You want a point? All right, so let's get into the Belmont tomorrow. Let me pull it up. Not that. I don't want my Microsoft message to pop up. So the
I guess
10th
we're not
race
talking about Yedlin.
Oh yeah, go ahead. What do you want to talk about? Then?
So, United States soccer player.
United States soccer
Men's.
Men's.
So, not a good team. He goes, "It is hard for me as an African American male to represent the country that does things like this where people aren't equal."
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And the comments are just... A lot of them are like, "Fine, quit. We don't need you." That's what a lot of the comments say. We don't care. Like, if you want to quit, quit. Like, we're not going to stop you. And then there's a bunch saying, like how you're like... How he, like, watches the media too much, basically. And believes everything that he sees.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently his dad called him and said he's glad he doesn't live in America because he plays in the Premier League. This player.
Okay.
I gotta find the one comment. But what's your opinion on that?
On what?
Him quit if he wants to quit.
Well, if he wants to quit, then he should be allowed to quit. But, you know, it goes back to this kneeling thing. Again, we've talked about this on this show. But for Jessica, we'll talk about it again, because she probably didn't hear it. I'm perfectly fine with whoever wants to kneel during the national anthem. It's called freedom of expression. We are allowed to do that in the First Amendment of the Constitution. It's freedom of expression. Would I ever kneel during the national anthem? Absolutely not. I think it's disrespectful, but go ahead and do it if you want to do it. Now, hold that thought.
Not to say, there's one time I don't think it's allowed.
Right. When you're wearing the national colors, yes, you should always stand for the national anthem. Although that's a great place to really like get your message out if you're going to do it. Now, since you're a soccer fan, I watch soccer. You played soccer. I watched you play soccer. I filmed you all over the place playing soccer. What the Premier League is doing, I like what the Premier League is doing.
Well, they're just doing protest.
What the Premier League is doing, well, that's what kneeling for the national anthem is. It's a protest.
Yeah.
They're protesting.
Well,
But what the Premier League is doing is before the game starts, everybody is kneeling. All the players are kneeling.
the refs.
All the coaches are kneeling. All the refs are kneeling.
And all the staff.
All the staffs are kneeling. Everybody's kneeling.
For like 10 seconds.
I think, yeah, it's probably closer to 15, but that's fine. I think that's an awesome idea. I wish they would bring that to every sport. Because, again, we should support Black Lives Matter, but we should support brown lives and white lives and yellow lives. Not the green lives, remember? We don't support Martians. We don't support Martians. We do not. We're prejudiced against Martians because they'll try to kill us with their zap guns.
You just pissed the Martian off that's watching.
The one Martian they'll zap us. You ever watch? Funny, they took away Elmer Fudd's gun, but they didn't take away the Martian zapper.
And the other guy's gun. Whatever.
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
But they didn't take the Martian zapper away.
I love that they took Elmer Fudd's gun. Like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
Did he ever actually kill anything with that thing?
No.
He's not very good.
No.
He's hunting wabbits.
Duck season. Wabbit season. But anyway, I think that would be a great idea. This way, everybody could participate. And for those of you that think it's disrespectful to kneel during the national anthem, this is a way around it. Do it after the national anthem, before the game starts, and have everybody do it. Because I'm sure everybody would do it. Unless if you're an asshole.
Pretty much.
You would be an asshole not to kneel. Then. In my opinion. Again, it's my opinion. Others may disagree. Anybody saying anything in the comments?
No.
No. Okay. Jessica, by the way, where are you from? I hope she doesn't say, like, Mars. That won't be good. Unless if it's Mars, Pennsylvania. Then it would be fine.
All right, I got my list up for the race.
All right, so the first leg of the Triple Crown this year is the Belmont Grade 1 coming from Belmont Park. What do you know? Post time approximately 5:42.
What do you
Eastern
know?
time.
Belmont Park, really?
Usually a mile and a half. This time it's a mile and an eighth.
So I looked through this very quickly, so we'll see what we compare to in notes.
So 10 horses are running. We'll go down them one by one, and then we will give our picks. Our picks. Do you have some picks, by the way?
I didn't put in picks.
Well,
Whoops.
but you know what horses you like.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can make
I
picks
just got to look
later.
at my notes real quick.
All right. So the one horse, Tap It to Win. Out of the sire. Tap It. There's a shock.
Woo!
Tap It to Win. What was that? Was that your mating call? Was that your mating call?
Wait.
We are we are the knights that say nay. Okay, so Tap It to Win won his last two races. But before that, he raced in two stakes races, and he finished 10 by 21 and 10 by 43. So he might be a little outclassed here. His last race was an allowance, $66,000 race, non-winner of 1A other than. He went wire to wire, winning by 5 with Velasquez on top. Velasquez is back for trainer Mark Case. What do you think of him?
What do I think of
Yes.
the one horse?
Yes, he's a fast horse.
I said good in 2020. The two races I believe he ran.
He's 2 for 2.
Didn't race that good in the bigger races that he's run.
No.
But I said he has really good speed ratings. The last two races he is
99 and a 101.
and I said could possibly finish for a minor prize.
Okay. All right. Now, as you said, he's done good in 2020. The first race in 2020, though, was a state-bred optional claiming $16,000 race.
Yes.
That's
Not a good
That's no. He should have won that race. And in fact, he was 5-1. He wasn't even the favorite in that race. Then he came back with again an allowance score at 6-1.
I figured if he can get out good, he might sit and just kind of sit for like third.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to get out good. I think he's going to try to go for the lead. Actually, the 2-horse Sol Valente. Did Jessica say where she's from?
Schuylkill area.
Schuylkill. Oh, I love Schuylkill. I used to live in Schuylkill County. I did. Before you were born. I did live in Schuylkill
Oh
County.
yeah, poor Clinton.
There you go. The Scoop.
I was like, huh?
She lives in the Scoop. By the way, Daniel's got a friend that lives in the Scoop.
Ugh. Gross. That's gross.
The Scoop.
Yeah, whatever.
I love Schuylkill County people. I love them. They're great people. Sol Valente, and I'm not joking when I mean that. I love Schuylkill County people. They seem to get life. I love them. They're my kind of people. Sol Valente, the 2-horse, has only raced once since March. He's raced 3 times this year, a first, second, and a first. He won the Grade 3 SF Davis Stakes. He finished second in the Tampa Bay Derby. and he won a optional claimer at $100,000. So that means if he was in there to be claimed, which he wasn't, hence the optional part, it would have cost you $100,000 to claim him. He's more of a stalker kind of horse. He likes to sit back somewhere, 4th, 5th, 6th, and make his run at the top of the stretch. His last race that he won was at a mile, which was a sub 135 mile, which is a pretty good time. What do you think of him?
Well, I had how many races he raced? 4.
He's raced 6.
4 since
this
in 2020.
Yes.
I said I didn't see a whole lot in the numbers there, so
Okay.
I said it was a throwaway.
You think it was a throwaway? Yeah. He's never finished out of the money in his 6 career starts. He's won 4. He's finished first 4 times, finished second once, finished third once. I don't think he's a throwaway.
Why did I say he was a throwaway?
Because
I'm looking. I gotta
because
look.
You did this really quick.
I did. I looked at every horse for like 2 minutes.
Interesting. If he wins, he only costs $20,000. He was bought for $20,000.
And your horse, one horse is bought for like $750.
$850.
And he sucks.
He doesn't suck.
He's one.
Told you he's gonna grow.
Race.
He's gonna grow into his body.
He ain't ever gonna race in this race.
Well, no, because this is just a 3-year-old race.
He's gonna be 6 before he's good.
No. Hush your mouth. I think Sol Valente can be there. I think he will finish in the money. Number 3, Max Player, 15-1 morning line. By the way, Sol Valente was 9-2 morning line. Number 3, Max Player. He hasn't raced since February. He's only had 3 lifetime starts, winning 2, finishing second in the other. He broke his maiden, second asking. For those of you that don't know, you run in maiden races until you win your first. Maidens are for horses that have never won a race. After he broke his maiden, he went and he won the Withers, which was a grade 3 at Aqueduct in February. Garnering a 95 speed figure, ran a mile and an eighth in 153 and 4. Touch slow for these horses. But it was a slow opening half mile. 49 for a half, 113 and 4 for 3/4. So whoever was setting the pace, which wasn't him, he was sitting in 5th. Did his job. He set the pace well, but he must have faded whoever finished second that race. I'll have to go back and watch that race. So what do you think of Max Player?
I said he hasn't raced in a bunch of high grade races.
Only one.
The grade 3 was really the only thing I said he will get outmatched.
You think he'll be outmatched?
Yes.
Okay. I think, don't be surprised if he's in the exacta. To me. If you're going to put a long shot in there, this would be the long shot I would put in there.
Yeah, I said... Get the boot!
I would put... His mommy, by the way, has 5 starters, 5 winners. 2 of them have won stakes races. And his father, his sire, Honor Code, likes to go long. He will... If the track becomes wet, if they have rain before the race, he will really vault up. Because Honor Code was a really good horse on off tracks. Sloppy. Official track condition listed. Sloppy. So, weather could be a factor in how Max Player does. The number 4, a Modernist, 15-1 morning line. How many, do we lose anybody? No, we haven't really lost anybody tonight. Good. He's raced 5 times, 2 firsts, 2 thirds, 1 off the board. His off the board was his very first race. He broke his maiden, 3rd time out, then he won the Risen Star Stakes and finished 3rd in the Louisiana Derby. He has the ability to lead a race. He's got the ability to set right off the lead, or if the fractions are fast, he has the ability to sit 3rd, 4th, 5th. What do you think of Modernist?
He was 3rd in his last race, the LA Derby. I said there's potential here, but I'm not sure he'll be able to keep the pace. I said minor prize.
Minor prize. He's trained by William Mott. William Mott is a very good trainer. He trained Cigar, for those of you that remember Cigar from years ago.
If I liked any long shot, it was going to be him.
So you think Modernist was a good long shot? He could certainly be there. He certainly can make the distance. He won the Risen Star at the same distance of this race.
It was just going to be a factor of pace.
It would. Wow, you're really learning. I've taught you well. He's another horse that might go out for the lead. If he could go out for the lead and really slow the race down, he's going to be there at the end. The day he broke his maiden in a 1.125 mile race, so now he's raced twice at the distance, he went the first half in 51-3. You could almost run 51-3 for a half.
My best half is 2:09. Try again.
Okay, for a horse, that's awfully slow.
That sounds really slow.
Yeah, it's typically, like, in the Kentucky Derby, when horses, like, go way out, they'll run the first half in, like, 44. And he ran in almost 52.
Guess he was, like, walking.
So no wonder why he won that race. He had, like, like when you're playing a video game and your energy level goes down. Well, his energy level still would have been way over there at the top of the stretch. Yeah. His energy level didn't go down at all. He could be in there for a minor prize. I like Max Player better than I like Modernist. Number 5, Farmington Road. This is a really good horse. 15-1, another long shot. He's going to be ridden by Javier Castellano, trained by Todd Pletcher. He's only won once, though, in 6 starts. He broke his maiden. It was only a $27,000 race at Tampa Bay. That's not really good. Then he finished 4th in the Risen Star. Then he went to the Oaklawn Stakes and finished 2nd. And then he raced in the Arkansas Derby, which is a prep race for the Kentucky Derby. He finished 4th by 7. What do you think of Farmington Road?
He broke his maiden back in January and since hasn't really shown a whole lot.
Yes. Is he a throwout?
I had him as a throwout.
I have him as a throwout as well. 4 left. 4
left. Well, mine's 4 right.
And it's actually Fore, so it's not 4, it's 4 left. So he duck hooked it.
How long does this show go for?
As long as I want it to. I'm hoping to be done tonight by about 2:30. Usually an hour.
An hour.
If that. Sometimes it's 45 minutes, sometimes it's an hour and 15. We're going a little long tonight because we were having fun. You could bow out, though, whenever you want, but I hope you don't. I hope you stay. Bring some of your friends. Anyway, 4 left. 6 horse, 30-1. Is there anything you like about this horse?
I said Saban's number 5, broke maiden back in October of 19. It has raced twice, really showing nothing. Will be outmatched badly.
He is 50-1 on the morning line. He did win on this track, though, in a non-graded stakes. He's probably going to go out for the lead, too. So there might be a lot of horses trying to get the lead in this race.
That could be really bad.
Yes, he is 30-1 on the morning line. He's probably a throwout for me, too. He did race in 2 grade 1s. He finished 5th by 14 and 7th by 31. Jungle Runner, the number 7, 50-1. There is absolutely nothing to like about Jungle Runner.
I said, hasn't had a good race this year, been outmatched in the last 3 races. I see nothing.
He's been outmatched in, let's see, the last 4 races he was 4th by 14, 8 by 18, 5 by 22, and 8 by 22.
I just went off this year.
He's the winner of the race.
If he wins the race, I'm done.
His speed rating times are nothing above 79, and most of the other horses are in the high 90s.
And this is when I asked you, how did some of these horses make the... This horse stinks.
This horse does stink.
Compared to
obviously, none of the other horses that were eligible wanted to get in that they took this horse.
If this horse went to Penn National, he'd probably win.
Yes. Then we get to the favorite in the race, the number 8, Tiz the Law. Tiz the Law has 4 wins in 5 starts. He broke his maiden his first time out, winning by 4. Then he won by 4 in the Champagne, which is a grade 1 race for 2-year-olds. Then he started, he finished his 2-year-old campaign in the Kentucky Juvenile Cup, finishing 3rd behind Silver Prospect. Then he's only raced twice this year. He won the Holy Bull and the Florida Derby. Obviously, both of those, the Florida Derby's obviously in Florida. Holy Bull is also in Florida. Both are at Gulfstream, which is one of my favorite tracks. Tiz the Law will definitely be your post-time favorite in this race. If Nadal, who's now injured and retired, or Charlatan was in this race, they might have been the favorite. But Tiz the Law will be the big-time post-time favorite, and he should be the favorite in this race.
I pretty much said he'll be the king of the pack, won the Florida Derby in his last outing. He'll be tough to beat. The only way I could see him losing is if he gets trapped or, if he gets out good, forget it.
Well, the good thing about Tiz the Law is he doesn't like the lead. He likes to sit there and stalk.
Which-
And coming out of the 8-hole, he's going to get a perfect stalking position. The only way that he, to me, loses this race is if he gets carried 4 wide. Now, the thing about Belmont is it's a large track, so this is just a 1-turn race. Typically, a mile and an eighth, you're going around twice. You're going around 2 turns. But Belmont's a huge track, so it's only a 1-turn race. So even if he gets hung wide all the way down the backstretch, that means nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a hard time seeing him lose this race. If he liked the lead, if he needed the lead, I could see him losing, because other horses could come and tire him out. But he doesn't need the lead. He doesn't like the lead. I don't see how he loses this race. Could be sick, though. Who knows? Maybe partying out tonight and getting drunk.
The horse?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe he's got a little filly over tonight. By the way, his grandsire is Tappet, which is the father of the 1 horse. Tislaw's father is Constitution. Constitution has really good offspring, by the way. Woohoo! Paying attention.
I heard you.
Constitution, really good offspring. Whenever you see Constitution in the bloodline, always look at that horse a lot closer. The best name in this field is the next horse. Number 9, Dr. Post. He's a doctor. There used to be a guy called, his name was Larry Letterman. He was a race caller. And there used to be a horse was, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. He's a leader. The time he won the race. He's a doctor. I love Larry Letterman. All right. Dr. Post has raced 3 times. He's got 2 wins. He broke his maiden his 2nd time out at Gulfstream Park, going 7 furlongs, and then he raced in the Unbridled, a $75,000 stakes race, where he won that race in 1:43, which is an average time for a mile and a 16th. What do you think about Dr. Post?
I said he has 2 first, a little bit lower races, but shows really good speed. But I said there's a possible minor prize.
I don't like him. I think he's overmatched in this race.
I said his stats weren't showing a ton, but we'll see what his speed can do. Again, that's just another thing that's like, if the pace is right, there's a chance there with his speed.
Yes, he hasn't really raced against anybody. That's going to be his problem. And the last horse, Pneumatic, the 10 horse, 8-1 morning line. He has 2 wins and a third out of his 3 lifetime starts. He broke his maiden first time out at Oaklawn Park. And then he came back in an optional 80,000 claiming race at Oaklawn, won that race. Then he went up to Churchill and ran in the Matt Wynn Grade 3, where he got 3rd, but only by a link. That race was won by Maxfield, who would have probably been the 2nd choice if Maxfield ran in this race. But he's taking a break, too. We'll see Maxfield a little later on in the summer in some of the other big races. So, what do you think of Pneumatic?
I said he doesn't seem to really get out fast, but he needs to get out fast. So I said he'll be outmatched.
Personally, I don't think he wants to get out fast in this race. I think he's going to want to sit towards the back and make a run coming down the stretch. I think that's what he's going to do, and I could see him finishing 3rd in this race, personally. So, what are your plays? Can you have an exact and a trifecta?
I could have that and a 4, whatever it's called.
A superfecta.
I could have a super. I have 8-4 with 8-4-1, 8-4-1-9.
8-4.
8-4-1, 8-4-1-9.
Okay. Are you giving them each straight? Like 8-4 for the exacta, 8-4-1 straight for the trifecta?
8 with 4-1-9 box, second.
Okay.
And then 8-4-1-9, 8-4-1-9, 8-4-1-9.
Okay.
So I think Tislaw will win. It's just what order do the other 3 come in?
Okay. So I agree with Tislaw winning. So I have the 8. I'm going to put him with the 3 horse Max Player, the long shot in the race. And I will put the number 10 in there as well. Those would be my... I would play probably $10 exact as 8 with 2, 3, and 10 is what I would do.
Wow, we do not like it.
We like the 8 horse, though, together.
Well, I wonder why. Because he's
8 with,
the best
8
horse
with 2,
by
3,
far.
8 with 2, 3, 10. And then for the trifecta, I would put the 1 in there. 8 with 2, 3, 10 with 1, 2, 3, 10. And if I'm playing a superfecta, 8 with 2, 3, 10 with 1, 2, 3, 10 with all. Because you want a bomb to try to come in there somewhere. If you have a lot more money, I would play 8 with 2, 3, 10 with all. Now, superfectas you can play for a dime. So you could cover a lot with that dime. A dime per play. What's my sister saying?
This show's usually an hour, not much past.
Yes. Yeah, we went a little long tonight. We had a lot to talk about.
When I thought we had really nothing to talk about. I go, what are we talking about? Horse. Okay.
All right. Well, Jessica, if you're still watching, thank you for joining us. Bring some people with you next time. We try to do this usually Tuesdays and Fridays. As things start to open up, we may switch Fridays in case we go to the races. We like going to the race, Jessica, so we might actually go up to Big Diamond. You never know. Might see us up at Big Diamond Raceway.
We haven't been there.
We haven't been there for a while. We usually go more towards, what do you call it? Lanco.
Yeah, a little one over here.
Yeah.
What's it like, quarter?
Eighth
Eighth
of a mile track. Something like that. All right. Get our exit music going. Once again, if you do not follow me on Twitter, find me. I believe it's JDA72 or JDA1972. Last name Althouse, Althouse. First name Jason. You can find me on Facebook. You'll see the PA Phatts logo. Feel free to friend request me. I usually approve just about everybody. I will not approve you if you are a little kid, though. Because, I post adult
some
things.
mean things.
I post adult things. What's Christine saying?
One of the best shows tonight. Later.
Oh, thank you, Christine.
Later. Sound hip.
She's hip to the job. She's the video game grandma. Video game grandma. All right. Until Tuesday, have a safe, happy, healthy weekend. Get out, enjoy. It's going to be hot and humid, though. But enjoy yourself. We will see you Tuesday. And remember, WWG1, WGA. See ya.